Hi guys, Chris here and you're watching Here We Are Running. Today's vlog we're going to talk all about my brand new challenge. If you've been watching the videos over the last month or so, you'll know that I haven't been training for anything. I've just been going out there, base building really, but also taking part in various challenges. Well, I'm going to start a new challenge today, but it's not just one of those individual type of challenges. I am now going to be training for something. Because I looked back over my 2020 goals video and I was thinking, what were they, firstly? But secondly, it might be hard to achieve some of those given the situation we find ourselves in now. But there is one that I think I could take on, and now could be the perfect time to take it on. Let's just remind ourselves of what that goal was. And for goal number 2, it's going to be my stretch goal for the year. And it is to run a 5K, either a race or park run, in under 20 minutes. So sub 20 for the 5K. Now, for those of you that have been following me for a while, you may remember that I set my current PB for the 5K at the Rickmansworth Park Run back in November 2018 with a time of 20 minutes and 19 seconds. So I think going sub 20 is going to be tough, but potentially achievable. That is goal number 2. Yes, so that's right. I am going to try and run a sub 20 minute 5K. I'm going to set myself a little training plan over the next 4 weeks probably, and then I'm going to do a 5K time trial just over there at the track. So I really hope you'll join me for this new mini series. It will be starting next week, tracking my progress towards a sub 20 minute 5K. But don't go away, because in a moment it'll be Saturday and we'll be back out on the trails. Morning. Oh, lovely morning again. Slight change of plan though. So I said I was going to go out on the trails. When I said that, I meant the North Downs way that you'd have seen in the last couple of weeks, but I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. So I'm out today on the National Cycle Network and haven't been on here for ages, so be interesting to see and familiarise myself with it in today's run. One of the reasons I've avoided this route up to now during the lockdown is because there's some places that get a little bit narrow on this path, but there's also quite wide sections, so you can just sort of reverse back, you can move to the side, which is what I do if I see someone coming the other way. To be honest, it's the cyclists you've got to avoid the most, because it is the National Cycle Network, so they're perfectly entitled to ride on here, but they of course come at you at some speed, which gives you less time to work out how you're going to get to the side, keep that 2 metre gap, which is obviously very important. Fortunately, not a lot of people around this early on a Saturday morning, which is keeping it nice and quiet out here. The only thing about this route is it is out and back, and I'm sure the out has more elevation than the back, so I am looking forward to the turnaround. Well, I've got to say it, all that climbing has been worth it just to get to here. We're at Caterham Viewpoint, a fantastic view. You can see the quarry that we ran past a little earlier right down there. We've climbed all the way up this hill to get to this viewpoint, but it is beautiful up here today. A little bit warm, but lovely. Well, happy to have turned around and we've made it all the way down. A nice little run down the hill there, and I haven't told you about my training this week, so let's recap. So after my longest ever week of running last week, where we toppled 50 miles over 80k for the first time, this week I said I was going to have some rest days. I was going to reduce the distance down a bit, not a huge amount, but certainly use it as a bit of a recovery week. And we have done that. We've had 2 days where we didn't run at all, Monday and Thursday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday I was getting into the old virtual running. So on Zwift, on my new treadmill, set all that up, did a few runs on that. And oh yeah, the other thing that we've achieved this week is we have reached the halfway stage on our yearly mileage goal. So I wanted to do 2020 kilometers in 2020, and we've got over the halfway mark on that already, so that's really good. Right, well, by the time I get home it's going to at least be half marathon distance. Guys, keep watching, because in a moment it'll be Sunday and I'm going to be taking on the indoor relay. Right, well, it's Sunday afternoon, it's approaching 3 o'clock. I'm just getting myself ready for my leg of the indoor relay. If you haven't heard of the indoor relay yet, do go check it out, indoorrelay.com, raising money for 5 awesome charities and taking place 24/7 up until when the lockdown ends. And the key thing is you've got to run in your own property, whether that be in your house, on a treadmill, in your garden, your front drive, doesn't really matter. And as I say, I'm just about to do my leg. So I'm going to run on the treadmill for an hour. I'm also going to have Zwift going, so people watching this, it's all live stream, and people watching this will be able to see it live happening. I've also got some little props here that if people donate, I'm going to put some fancy dress headgear on for 5 minutes of the run, just to add a bit of fun to it. I've also got an ice bucket. The ice bucket will be used at the end. I think I'm going to need it because it's quite warm today, but it'll be used at the end if we manage to raise a bit of money. It is. I should have gone with that one first, probably. This is actually quite comfortable. It's not compared to that mask anyway, and the wig. I hope you didn't miss it after that. Oh no, well I'm truly wet. It definitely happened. Thanks very much, goodbye, good luck. Well, what a fun weekend of running activities it's been, and I hope some of you managed to catch it live on the live stream on the Indoor Relay website. But it was a really good experience to do that. And I forgot to mention that I was actually interviewed by Dan of Dan Runs on Saturday, and he's got a video of me and him in conversation, so go check that video out
on Dan Run's YouTube channel. So next week, the hard work starts again as I chase this sub 20-minute 5K. I hope you join me for that, but I hope you also enjoyed this episode today. If you did, of course, do hit the thumbs up button, give the video a like, and if you're new around here, well, why not consider subscribing for regular running content. But for now, guys, goodbye.